And I just wanted to make a very brief introduction because the program is rich, and it will not only speak but sing for itself. Note that graduates from the school have debuted at the Metropolitan Opera, performed with the New York City, San Francisco, Chicago Lyric, Houston Grand, Seattle, Glimmerglass, and Santa Fe opera companies. I do think we're in for a great treat, and it's my privilege, first of all, to introduce two of my good friends, Barbara Zarlingo, who is the Director of Development at the University of Colorado College of Music, and her associate, Scott Findlay, the Associate Director of Development. And to have specific notes, and maybe on a little different tenor than Jim allowed us to, we'll let the other side now come to bat. That was inning one, and now it's the bottom of the first. We'll see what they have to say and enjoy the program. Here's Scott Findlay.
Thanks, Doug. I'm going to ask the kids if they'll come on up and start getting set up here before we go any further. But Jim, I do appreciate those glowing introductions that you gave us there. You know, I used to teach music appreciation in a former life, and I see with you I've got a lot of work to do. And this is your first lesson here today. We do have a wonderful program at the University of Colorado College of Music, and we are so privileged and proud to be able to come here and share that with you today. You know, I was just looking on your banner up here. It says, making dreams happen, or make dreams happen. And I think we're in the same business, because that's exactly what we do at the CU College of Music. So I just want to take a moment here and make some introductions of our group, and then I'll turn the program over to them. First one I want to introduce is Christy Hageman. She's from Billings, Montana. Chad Kranick is from San Jose, California. He's a tenor. Emily Martin is from New York City. Laura Williams is from Brevard, North Carolina. Wu Wei is from Beijing, China, as is Yang Bo. And we have our collaborative piano major over here who will be performing with our kids on piano today. His name is Taylor Baldwin, and he is from Dublin, Virginia. So if you'll give them a round of applause, they'll kick off the program. Thank you so much for being here. I just wanted to make a couple of quick remarks about the program that we have for you today. It runs the gamut of everything that you can imagine, from Bernstein to Bizet, from porter to Puccini. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone, but most of these you're probably going to recognize pretty readily. I did want to say that we have two shows that are coming up this year that are represented on the program today. The first one is La Boheme. That's what we're closing the program with. That's on October 24th, 25th, and 26th at Mackey Auditorium. So mark your calendars now. We would love for you to come. And if you have any questions about that, if you'd like ticket information, please let me know or talk to Doug. He's on our vocal advisory board. He'd be more than happy to help you out. Or any of these kids, they all know because most of them are performing in it. And the other show is going to be in March. It's going to be March 13th through 15th, and that's Candide by Leonard Bernstein, the guy who wrote West Side Story. And that is represented on the program today by Glitter and Be Gay. That's going to be sung today by Emily Martin. Missy wasn't feeling so well today, so Emily has graciously stepped in, and she's going to sing Glitter and Be Gay for us. But without any further ado, we'll continue with the program with a little something from Guys and Dolls.
Chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered, someone fade me. But the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood, nicely passing round the whiskey, but the passengers were bound to resist. For the people all said, beware, you're on a heavenly trip. People all said, beware, you'll scuttle the ship. And the devil will drag you under by that fancy tie around your wicked throat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank, and I hollered, someone save me! That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by a soul so heavy you'll never float. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the